Yo, what is up, people out there? This is George I. Courtright. Sorry for the delay, but I am here now. I put it on because I'm still wrapping up some of the news. Dude. Why, world do you must continuously disappoint me, disappoint others, and just disappoint, man. I do this hoping that there's not going to be shit to talk about, but there's so much stuff. It is out of hand. Why, people? Why? People fighting, people fucking with shit. People are just being fucking stupid and dumbasses. It is fucking ridiculous out there. It is ridiculous. But anyways, as you can see, I am alone today, but hopefully that doesn't matter. I'm still going to tell you what has been going on in this mad week, in this mad world of ours. It is fucking ridiculous, man. And yes, you see that I got my 22s up because this is week 22, so I thought I'd decorate the studio with the jerseys that I wore. Well, the jersey number that I wore in college. I think I only wore one, and B.O.B. gave me the other one just because I asked for it. Augustana College representing. That is what these are all about. Augustana College football. Yes, thank you. Before I get into everything, like usual, I will let you know what I did this weekend. And this week, not only will I let you know what I did this weekend, but I will incorporate some of the news, some of the stories into what I did because it kind of flows. As me and the wife stated last week, we were going to go see Wonder Woman. We went and saw Wonder Woman. It was a pretty good movie. I ain't gonna lie. How hot Gal Gadot is kind of overshadowed the whole movie to begin with. But it was still a good, inspiring, women's power type movie. And I saw, online that a lot of, young girls was inspired by it. It's rare that you see very many female heroes, especially comic book heroes, and movies like this. The last one, I'm just guessing, but Tomb Raider. But a lot of kids weren't going to see Tomb Raider. This one was for adults as well as kids can enjoy this one as well. So it was a good movie. It was definitely a good movie. One thing I did not like about it, which like I said, it was a nice, inspiring movie, nice woman's power type thing. They didn't need to have her, getting her freak on. They could have left that out. Let her be like, nah, I'm gonna wait for that in the third movie or something like that. She ain't got to be James Bond. Just she can get her freak on later. It'll be better for the children. It would be better, but no, she got her freak on. So if you want to go see Wonder Woman, I recommend it. It's a good movie. It made a lot of money, still going to make a lot of money. Wifey absolutely loved it. But then again, last week you saw she had her Wonder Woman mug. Bought her a couple Wonder Woman shirts. She wore one to the movie. Bought her some of those pop little figurines or whatever. Got her some of those. She's a Wonder Woman fanatic, so she loved it. Unfortunately, from what I did not know, IMAX only plays stuff for 1 week if there's another good movie coming out. So we weren't able to watch it in IMAX. We were able to watch it in 3D, which really didn't make a difference. So if you're thinking about seeing it in 3D, don't waste your money. Just get the regular stuff because there was not that many 3D effects in it. So it was a good movie. But definitely how hot she is pretty much took it for me. There was some good action scenes, but that was secondary. So we did that. Next, what we do? That was Friday. Saturday, got up early in the morning. Went to kayaking down a river or creek or whatever you want to call it, up in Arizona, about 45 to an hour and a half away from Phoenix, north of Phoenix. Me and my wife and another couple went kayaking down. I think was I forgot the name of it. Kayaking down river or creek. That was pretty cool. I liked it. You know, it was something where we did together. We were in separate kayaks, but you know, it was things that we could do as a couple together. The other couple was in different kayaks. One kayak per person. In Hawaii, the wife and I did tandem kayaks, but this one was one kayak per person. So we had to paddle our shit individually. So we were able to be out in nature and shit. That ain't my thing, but hey, whatever. You gotta do it once in a while and get a little workout while relaxing. So it was cool to me. After that, we went. Oh, well, this is the couple that we usually do things. And like I said, we fly private, baby. We fly private. So we flew from Phoenix to Cottonwood, did the kayaking, flew from Cottonwood to Las Vegas, Nevada. Once again, yes, I'm there a lot. I am a degenerate. I understand. I understand. I don't need your criticism. I don't need your judgment. I am a degenerate. Whatevers. But we went to Las Vegas. Why? To see Chris Rock in person. So, yes, that was nice. You know, you always want to see the people that, some of the top people, top entertainers that's out there. Chris Rock is one of the top ones that's out there right now. Recently, we saw Cedric the Entertainer. I've seen Dave Chappelle before, but I just bought tickets to go see Dave Chappelle again in September. I've seen, like I said, I saw Paul Abdul recently. That was, my crush back in the day. Saw Janet Jackson, which was my crush. I've seen Jay-Z, Snoop, a lot of people that I've enjoyed their music or comedy or entertainment seen live. And that's what life's all about, is making yourself happy and just having happiness in this life where there's constant terror and bullshit that's going around. So it was fun going to see Chris Rock. I got an article. The buddy that I went with, sent me this article once we got back. And when we got to the Chris Rock show, they were saying there was going to be a delay, and it took a while for them to actually start. We went to the 10:30 show. There was a 7 o'clock show, which I guess went over. Come to find out that they had a bunch of audio difficulty, and which included randomly playing his opening music during his act, as well as the system crackling and all that stuff. It was crazy that he even had to start improv and stuff. He ended up saying that the show was at the Monte Carlo in Vegas, at the Park Theater at Monte Carlo. And during the first show, in this article said that he ended up saying that this is the worst fucking place I've worked. Talking about the Monte Carlo. Once the audio stuff started happening, he said that, and he even had a joke. He didn't say that. We didn't even know what was happening through the second show. We had no problems with the audio, whether it was the opening act or Chris Rock. We had no problems and didn't know there was a problem. We just knew there was a delay. But he did have a joke about the Monte Carlo, saying this place sucked because he couldn't get room service after 2 a.m. in the morning. So he took shots on the Monte Carlo. He might have just drugged that one over. It probably wasn't one of his part of his routine prior to the first show. So knowing this, that was pretty cool. But he did take a little bit of a jab in the second show. But in the first show, when the shit was happening, sounded like he took several jabs at the Monte Carlo. So he's not a fan of the Monte Carlo. But yeah, that was Saturday night, and we stayed over Saturday night. Came home Sunday night, and that's when I got sick. I don't know what the hell is going on around here. Went to the doctor yesterday. They said I might have had a flu bug or something like that, but it went all bad on the ride back. Had to make an emergency landing because Daddy wasn't feeling good. So that, been working from home the past few days just so I don't get anybody else sick, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit better right now. But speaking of emergency landings, Jennifer Lawrence also had an emergency landing, but it wasn't because of the same shit. This is fucking crazy. Jennifer Lawrence's private plane emergency landed after engine failure at 31,000 feet. 31,000 feet. I don't think we go that high. And the plane that we are in ain't gonna be the same type of plane Jennifer Lawrence is in. She got a little bit more money than what myself and my buddy has. So she's flying jets and shit. We're flying, a regular 4-seater propeller plane. I don't know the technical terms because I ain't the pilot. I just fly. But anyways, at 31,000 feet, her first engine failed. One of her engines failed at 31,000 feet, and on the way down, her second engine failed. They end up landing in Buffalo. It didn't say where she was actually going. It showed that she was in New York City on Wednesday, and this happened, I want to say Sunday or some shit like that. So on Wednesday, she was seen in New York City. Was she actually trying to get to New York City? Don't know, but she was coming from Louisville, and they end up landing in Buffalo for the emergency landing. Both fucking engines failed. I'm not the pilot, so I'm not sure if that is major serious, but it sounds serious as fuck to me, and I wouldn't want to be in that situation, so that is fucking freaky. So me just having to go somewhere to throw up, that's different. Engines failing, that's a whole different beast that I would not want to be in. That is freaking crazy. So, yeah, that's enough about me. And like I said, I was going to weave some of these stories in, which I did. And I'm going to keep going. Told you we went to Chris Rock. So, some of these transitions are kind of cheesy. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Went to Chris Rock. But he did have a Jerry Seinfeld joke in there. And speaking of Jerry Seinfeld, like I said, some of these transitions are fucking horrible. Bear with me, god damn it. You're watching me because you're a fan, or you're my friend, or you're my family, or you're a follower, you're something, damn it. So work with me. Stay with me. Alright, this is what happened.
Charger, like anytime you want to charge up your phone, you just plug it in. Because it's hard to just sleep when you're tired. Because people are tired most of the time.
Gosh, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
That was a nice moment.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Kesha.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best.
So that was Jerry Seinfeld saying, hell no, I ain't gonna hug your punk ass to Kesha. I ain't a fan of Kesha, and that's one of the reasons I want to show this, because I don't like the broad. I just don't like her music. I don't know her personally. She might be the greatest girl in the world. I don't know. I just don't like her music. So as of right now, until she proves that she's some kind of cool ass person, I don't like her. So because I don't like her music. I was also the same way with DMX. A lot of you know that I was not a fan of DMX, but I heard that when you meet him, he is actually a cool guy. So I still don't like most of his music. There is one song that I like. We don't give a wheel, get it on the floor, get it on the floor. That song by DMX, I love, but the rest can go to hell. But anyways, we're talking about Kesha. Don't like any of her shit. So seeing her get dissed by Jerry Seinfeld, thinking that she has, the white privilege. Oh, I'm famous. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, Jerry Seinfeld, never met you in my life, but I want to go up and hug you during the interview. And he's like, nope, not gonna happen. So that was kind of cool to me. So what else did we do? All right. Oof. Before we go on, I would like to say that there are a couple deaths that happened, one of which was Adam West, the old TV show Batman. He was also a voice on Family Guy as himself. And I just found out yesterday while being sick that he is also a voice on The Fairly Odd Parents. It's a damn TV show, a cartoon that is on Nickelodeon, which I kind of became a fan of in college hungover. It made me laugh one day, so I started watching it. Don't judge. Be a fan. Follow me. Help me out. He's done. He's dead. He's gone, unfortunately. But he was 88, so he lived a long time. He wasn't one of these early death people like Tupac Shakur, whose movie is coming out tomorrow. Got to go see that. Got to get my boy to go with me. Got to figure out when I'm going to go see that. But the Tupac movie is coming out tomorrow. Another death is Dusty Rhodes, age 69. He was in the WWF, which we're not supposed to say right now because it's the WWE. But back when I was watching it, it was the WWF and the WCW, two different wrestling federations and shit, because it was the World Wrestling Federation and World Championship Wrestling, WWF, WCW. WWF got sued or some shit from the World Wildlife Federation because they're the WWF. You can't use WWF, so they had to change it to World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. Whatever. I ain't been watching it since. But Dusty Rhodes was an old motherfucker, one of those good old boys back in the day. He died at the age of 69 on Sunday. So that is Adam West died on Saturday. Dusty Rhodes died on Sunday. Adam West 88, Dusty Rhodes 69. See, 69 is kind of young. That's why I said Adam West lived pretty long. But Dusty Rhodes 69. Oh, next I got on my list, and one of the things I watched and wifey was kind enough to watch with me was some of the championships that went on this weekend. I didn't quite watch the Penguins, who won their second back-to-back Stanley Cup. The Pittsburgh Penguins won. But she did watch the Golden State Warriors win their second championship in 3 years. That against the Cleveland Cavaliers, which Golden State and Cleveland have been in the finals for, this was the third year in a row. So it's starting to get kind of lame, and it's pissing me off with all these super teams. It's been in the news, on sports shows about how super teams are ruining the NBA. Some people are for it, some people are against it. A lot of people are against it because guess what? Well, I heard a good point that the only reason people hate it is because their team isn't one of the super teams. So Cleveland and Golden State, those two teams love it. Those two teams love it like motherfucker because guess what? they're the ones getting all the people. They're the ones getting the championships. They're the ones going to the finals. So they love it. So people like me in Phoenix, is bullshit because Phoenix sucks balls right now in basketball. Although Diamondbacks are doing damn good. Go Diamondbacks. Not really. I'm a fair weather fan on that. You're gonna see me with one of those hats soon because they're doing well. But Phoenix is horrible, but that's not the reason. My reasoning for not liking the super teams is because it's not how it used to be done. Jordan didn't have a super team. He made the people on his team better by being him. But LeBron has to call his buddies up, hey, let's get together and get on the same team and shit. Kevin Durant has to go to a team where pretty much 4 of the starting 5 are all-stars and win a championship. It's kind of lame to me. It's fucking lame to me. And the NBA ain't going to be very fun if there's certain dominant teams and everybody's just struggling to see who can just make the playoffs just so they can make the playoffs, knowing they ain't going to win shit else because there's just two dominant teams. In the whole playoffs, Golden State only lost one game. One game. They went 16-1. So they lost one game in the playoffs. That's kind of bullshit. People don't. I guess people do want to watch it because one of the largest tickets purchases was made to sit courtside for that last game. Whatever, but I am just not a fan of it. Are you? Think about it. Do you even like the NBA? Do you? Do you like the super teams? Do you like LeBron? Do you like Kevin Durant? What do you like? Let me know. Hit me up on a Mad Week page or on my regular page and let me know. I've seen some stuff out there and a lot of people are hating the super teams. So I'm not the only one. All right. What is next? So with the end of the basketball season, this is the time that I am not a fan of at all, where all there is baseball. There's no basketball, there's no football, it's just baseball. And speaking of baseball, in Nebraska, Nebraska girls cut hair short in honor of disqualified teammate Millie Hernandez. So this girl right here, this girl right here was accused of being a boy. And so her little softball team was disqualified. And they're like, nope, you got a boy on your team, you can't play. There was information provided to prove that she was a girl, including an insurance card and some other documentation from when she was 5 saying that she's a female. They're like, nope, that's a dude, you disqualified. So that's kind of fucked up that, dude, if there's some kind of documentation, you should be able to be like, come on, this, all right, it upsets me because I don't want to say like, oh, just let them look down the little girl's pants to show that she ain't got no wang because that's fucking sick. But it's just bullshit that it came to that where this little girl is being accused just because she has short hair. Just because she has short hair, she looks like a boy, that her and her team gets disqualified. So the rest of her team, although it's supposed to be a big deal, but they cut their hair off, which is, good gesture to help out the little one that's in the middle. But they all still got long enough hair, even though they holding up about a foot each. They still got long enough hair and still look like girls. And the one in the middle still looks like a little boy. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. She does look like, I ain't gonna lie, she does look like a little boy. She does look like a little boy, but it's bullshit that they disqualified the whole team and the commission for the softball or whatever sport they were playing. The commission for that said, "Hey, this is a learning lesson. We apologize, and this is a learning lesson." Yeah, if I was the fucking father, I would have been irate and I would have got ridiculous. People wouldn't want to see me during that time because I would have been raising. Like I would have laid down in the middle of the field. Like if my kid ain't playing, nobody playing, nobody playing. You know, wait till wifey go get the birth certificate or something. If my team ain't playing, ain't nobody playing. I would have been pissed, absolutely pissed. But that news story hit national news and shit, and some of the major female soccer players reached out to her and giving her all kinds of stuff, giving her all kinds of love. Must have been soccer. All right, so it was soccer. So they started giving her love and all that stuff. So it's, this little tragedy type thing end up putting a smile on the little kid's face, and it was a learning lesson for Omaha, Nebraska, and the world. Don't do stupid shit like that, making little kids feel bad about having short hair. Come on now. All right, next story, and I guess this is the part where the week just goes downhill, man. NBC Universal Vice President's husband allegedly murders their young 7-year-old daughter. This is unfortunate. So, the vice president, whose name is Michelle Hord White, told her husband that she wanted a divorce and filed for a divorce in April. And then this past weekend, he comes over and strangles his 7-year-old daughter. The babysitter came in, saw that Neil White was his name. Neil White had bloody hands and was leaving her room. He shut the door behind him and told the babysitter that, oh, she's resting. This is fucking ridiculous. Is like, I understand that you might have a little problem with, the wifey situation and all that shit, but taking it out on your daughter is absolutely messed up. Some people are just sick in the fucking head because sane people don't do shit like this, man. I understand hurt. Hurt is fucked up. Hurt is so fucked up, especially emotional shit like that when it comes to, relationships and shit. Yes, you can feel hurt, but the daughter is an innocent bystander. And I'm not saying go kill a wife either. Just take some time, think about it, and just cool the fuck down because this shit ain't necessary. So it's unfortunate. And, like I said, it was an NBC Universal vice president. So one of the, I think it was said like vice president of talent or something like that. Whatever, whoever she is, it's just unfortunate that bullshit had to happen. Some more bullshit that happened, but I guess is better now, if that's what you want to fucking call it. All right, so this man was freed from prison after 17 years when his doppelganger was found. This man was arrested and put in jail for armed robbery in 1999. This is a Kansas City man, and the robbery supposedly happened in 1999. His name is Richard Anthony Jones. So he was arrested, and eyewitnesses ID'd him as as the attacker, and he got sent to jail for 20 years for armed robbery. And he served 17 of those. And while in jail, he found someone in the same jail, in the same prison. He went to prison and found somebody in the same prison that looked just like him. And this is it. All right, so Richard Anthony Jones is on the right. Not only does the man look like him, but he has a similar name. Ricky, the dude on the left is Ricky Amos. So Richard and Ricky. Right is Richard, left is Ricky. On the right is the man who got freed from being in jail for 17 years. The reason that he was in there is because there was no DNA, and it was only eyewitnesses that ID'd him. And of course, they look like the same motherfucker to me. Look like exactly the same motherfucker to me. And the crazy thing is, they were in prison together. He heard from some other people like, "Hey man, there's somebody over there that looks just like you." So he went and did the whole, told his lawyers and whatnot that, hey, there's somebody that looks just like me. Go find out if that could be, the person that actually did this crime. When they did the research, this Ricky, Ricky, not Richard. Richard's the dude that was released. Ricky lived in the area that the crime was committed. Richard lived across town. So that's a little bit more evidence. And honestly, Richard still could have been the one that did it, but he found somebody that looked like him. So now he's out. But from what it sounds like is that Ricky lived in the neighborhood, and obviously he's a criminal because he's in the fucking prison too. Most likely he did it, but the dude served 17 years for armed robbery. I didn't even think you got that much for armed robbery. It didn't even say that somebody died from it. So just armed robbery alone, he got 17 years. Well, he got more than 17 years and was just getting out after 17. So weird shit happens, man. Weird fucking shit happens. Somebody that is going to jail is Sebastian Telfair. Sebastian Telfair was an NBA player from 2004 to 2015, and he played for teams like Oklahoma City and Portland Trail Blazers. He was arrested on gun possession related charges in New York on Sunday at 2:50 a.m. So Sunday morning, after a wild Saturday night, he got arrested. He got pulled over because he didn't have any headlights on. Come on, people. Come on, people. If you're doing bad shit, make sure before you start driving, check headlights, seat belt. Come on. Everything cool, everything right. Make sure you check yourself. And make sure you don't have loaded guns in the trunk, as well as bags of weed and bulletproof vests, because that's going to get you fucked up every time. So he got pulled over because he had no headlights on. And when he got pulled over, they saw lit weed cigarette. And, they're like, all right, we're going to, book you and all that shit. And after further search in the car, they found the weed, weed, 3 handguns, a rifle, and the bulletproof vest. So he got charged with all that shit. And this is a dude that was in the NBA. It's hard to say that, when you in one of those major leagues, baseball, football, basketball, you have all this money, you should be out of doing stupid shit because people are still doing stupid shit. You have all this money, so you don't have to do stuff like that, But people are still getting caught. People are still getting fucked up. People are still being stupid. So that's unfortunate. All right, speaking of stupid people, and I don't want to victim blame on this one, but some people are fucking stupid. Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon, the person who's been accused and been seen as the responsible person for Bobby Brown's daughter, Bobby whatever. I forgot what it. Bobby Brown's daughter. Um, he was arrested. Nick Gordon, the person who allegedly was responsible for Bobby Christina, that's her name. Bobby Christina, Bobby Brown's daughter, was arrested on Saturday for allegedly beating up his girlfriend. Girlfriend? Girlfriend? This dude who supposedly is responsible for killing Bobby Brown's daughter has a girlfriend. That fucks me up. So like I said, I ain't trying to victim blame, but goddamn, he was already accused and with good evidence that he was responsible for her death. Why the fuck do you want him? But anyways, he got arrested Saturday for allegedly beating up his girlfriend. He got booked for domestic violence and kidnapping. So he held her from going places, or you can get kidnapping charge if you take somebody's phone away. If you take somebody's phone or laptop, I think it said he did something, he like threw her laptop or something. If you take away their means of calling somebody for help, you can get charged for kidnapping. I saw that in a different story. So he got charged with that shit. The girlfriend went to the hospital and he got out on bond for $15,000 for kidnapping plus another $500 for domestic violence, and the judge made him wear a GPS monitor just so he won't flee and so he doesn't go back around her and so he doesn't go back to his own home, which he says is his house, and the girlfriend just lived there. The judge said, hey, we'll figure that shit out later. Just don't go back to that motherfucker. So that is Nick Gordon's punk ass. So most likely, since he didn't go to jail and, went for that long run in jail for Bobby Christina, this is gonna be the OJ, stealing his shit back. They're probably gonna get him on this one and get him some time on that one. So he's gonna be going away for a while. Like I said, with that whole OJ shit, they didn't get him for the murder, which he may or may not have done, but they got him because he was stealing back his own memorabilia, and he's been in jail for like 10 years for stealing his own shit. Yeah, that was, it was like an NBA makeup call. So I'm sure Nick Gordon's going to get a makeup call on this one and go away for a long time. Peace. More bullshit. I was sick, and on Wednesday I didn't even, I took the day off Wednesday. I went to the doctor and whatnot. Prior to getting out of bed, I turned on the TV, and two stories came across, and I can't say it. I think I said like fuck or some shit like that. And wifey was like, what? I'm like, that, it's just more madness going on in the world. Unfortunately, part of the madness was a London housing tower was ablaze. One place I saw said it was like 24 stories. Another place said it was 27 stories. Nonetheless, it was like a public housing building in London was on fire, and it must have been in bad shape. They said that the place was engulfed in less than an hour. 24 to 27 stories engulfed in less than an hour. So this must have been an older structure and shit like that. And it's just a lot of shit in London that's happening. They haven't said that if this was, a crime or if it was just horrible maintenance on a horrible building or anything like that. But 17 were killed, and 30, as of today, 17 were killed, 74 hospitalized. As of today, 30 of those 74 were still in the hospital, 15 of which are in critical condition. On the story that I heard while I was in bed, They were saying, witnesses saw some people jumping from windows and shit. Another witness saw like children being tossed down to the people below so they can be saved. It's just horrible events like this where you wish you could help everybody and just wish people would just come and help others and shit. This may have just been an accident. Somebody may not have been, a part of the arson or some shit. Hopefully it doesn't come back that it was arson. Otherwise, it just sucks. Either way, I just hope it's not arson. Knowing that somebody purposely did this to harm others is bullshit. Just like some more of the bullshit that the other story that happened Wednesday morning about this shooting at the Republican baseball practice. This dude, I guess, was in like near the third base dugout with a rifle, picking people off, trying to pick people off. Was it Republican Steve Scalise and 3 others were shot. The shooter supposedly died in custody of wounds suffered in the shootout, which I did not see on the news feed. Somehow I think they took the motherfucker out because I think they just had him in custody when I saw. And then later on he died. It didn't say that he was wounded when I saw the news. It didn't say that he got shot or anything. But it's to me it sounded like, oh, we taking this motherfucker out. Fuck a trial. Fuck putting him behind bars. We gonna get rid of this motherfucker. He's shooting at the Republicans. The was it? It was like a shit. People of the Senate, I think. I can't remember. But it was going to be a charity baseball game between Republicans and Democrats. And the Republicans were on the field practicing. The story that I saw today, it said that the shooter actually went up to somebody and asked, hey, are those Democrats or Republicans out there practicing? Once he found out, he took his place and started trying to pick people off. It's like shitty motherfuckers, man. Shitty motherfuckers. That dude is done for. He's dead. He's gone. Peace. So, peace the fuck out. We don't need that shit. It's fucking crazy. Why are people just taking guns and just shooting people? I don't know if it's just because it's so much social media or what. It just seems like shit is really getting out of hand right now. Shit is really getting out of hand right now. People are just shooting so many fucking people. Gunman kills 3 men at a UPS facility in San Francisco, then himself. Victims 56, 50, and 46. Come the fuck on. He was dressed in UPS garb, but it didn't say that he was actually a worker there. He might have just said, put it on just to get past, security or some shit like that. But this motherfucker, he shot a total of 5 other people before shooting himself. When the cops came to get him, cops came in, he decided to just take his own life. But 5 people were shot by him prior to that, 3 of which died, 2 others survived. People are just fucking crazy, man. People are fucking crazy, including the fucking Georgia inmates who fled after killing 2 of the correctional officers. These motherfuckers were in a bus being transported in Georgia, somehow got loose, and then was able to, get the gun from one of the officers, shoot and kill, and then fled. They ended up getting caught in Tennessee, though, motherfuckers. They're still alive. But shit, they were already in prison, gonna be in for one of them was gonna be in for 20, I think the other one was like 17 or something like that. And now this shit happened, you going for the long haul. So shit is just getting fucking ridiculous around here, and it's very upsetting. It's very fucking upsetting. Uh, there, there's so much shit going on, man. So much shit in this mad week, and I ain't even done yet. I just need to take a break. Just need to pause. I should have brought some water because I'm talking a lot. Need some water right now. An unfortunate event that happened on Wednesday as well. I seen this later that day once I got my ass up out of bed. On an American Airlines flight from Dallas to Minneapolis, a lady was found passed out in the bathroom. She was partially clothed when they drug her out, and some people, nurses and doctors on the plane, were trying to revive her, and she was still partially clothed. Witnesses say that people didn't really try to cover her up while they were trying to take care of her. She was later pronounced dead outside the plane because it was while the plane was landing in Minneapolis. Once they said the paramedics came and drug her off the plane, like into a little area, kept everybody else on the plane, tried getting her revived, but they could not revive her. And when people were allowed to get off the plane, she was there with a tarp covered over her. So that's unfortunate. You keep hearing about gunmen and shooters and shit. You keep hearing about bullshit on airplanes. It's crazy. This fucking world is crazy. What the fuck can you do now? I fly a lot. Is something gonna happen to me with a fucking on one of these major airlines where somebody's just gonna be disrespectful? Somebody's gonna wanna fucking punch me? Some dog wanna eat my fucking face? What the fuck? I could be just going to the fucking mall, going to the park, going, see a movie, and gunmen are just fucking flipping the fuck out. What the fuck? It's fucking crazy out there, man. It's fucking crazy. But I'm gonna end up just on two last stories. One is just a brief notification that I'm sure most of you guys, I'm gonna say guys, girls probably don't give a fuck, but the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight is officially on. I didn't see the date though. I don't see when it is, but it's officially on. And Mayweather is predicted to make over $500 million on this fight as well, man. That motherfucker know how to make that money. So you really can't can't be mad at him. He talks a lot of shit because he hasn't been beaten, and he can't. So he knows how to make his money. And if you got millions upon millions, what the fuck you gonna tell that man anything about? Oh, how to spend your money? He can go fucking buy a fucking country full of penguins. You can't tell him shit. He got the money. Why the fuck not? It's his fucking money. Let him go buy the fucking country full of penguins. Mayweather country. Who gives a fuck? But anyways, that fight is gonna happen. Am I gonna pay money to see it? Probably not. But I'm interested in it. I am very interested in it. Might be a good business investment to try to buy some tickets over in Vegas and try to resell them. I don't know. But I'm interested in it. Last but not least, wifey called me. She's at the Trace Atkins concert. Trace Atkins was cool. I saw him on Celebrity Apprentice. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. I also seen him at the end of a Diamondbacks game a while back. Trace Atkins, country singer, pretty cool. She's seeing that tonight. But she called and was like, "Hey, what are you gonna talk about on your show?" And it's like this and that and blah blah blah. I was like, "Are you gonna talk about the Bachelor in Paradise shit?" I'm like, "Of course I'm gonna talk about the Bachelor in Paradise shit." If any of you haven't heard, Bachelor in Paradise, which is a spinoff of the Bachelor and the Bachelorette shows, contestants from that who were not able to find love go to Bachelor in Paradise, which they shoot it's still like a dating type show and shit with a whole bunch of singles together drinking and partying and finger fucking and all that stuff. They get together and I've been watching it ever since it's been coming on because it's pretty cool. You know, it's a bunch of drama and shit. It's one of those reality shows that I found myself watching. Don't judge. Be with me. Stay with me. Don't judge. But I watched the shit. And while they were shooting this coming season, there was a little incident where they had to cancel shooting and send people home for a time, and we're not sure when they're gonna resume shooting. But what had happened was this dude who was in the recent Bachelorette, he got kicked off with, I want to say, second week or whatever. And then one of the chicks from the past Bachelor season who was down there, they were getting drunk and getting all touchy-feely and shit in the pool and all that stuff. And once again, they were drinking and finger fucking. And she ends up saying that she didn't give consent to all this stuff because she was too drunk to give consent. This was a chick that, not trying to victim blame, but she was one of the people that created a lot of drama on her season of The Bachelor, and I really don't trust her character whatsoever. This dude, although he was thrown out of The Bachelorette because of his character, because he supposedly had a girlfriend at the time of going on this shit, or just recently stopped talking to this girl to go to The Bachelorette, and so his character was flawed. But the dude is saying that all the while they were drinking and finger fucking in the pool, it was being filmed by ABC and their film crew, and he will be vindicated by the footage on there. But she's calling out sexual misconduct that's been thrown out there. So we'll see about what happens there. It's just unfortunate that it's just automatic where a girl can throw that out there, and pretty much the guy looks like a fucking demon, because we don't know what really happens. If any of you guys ever watched oh shit, I'm going a little over, sorry about that. If any of you guys watch the Carmichael Show or do not watch the Carmichael Show, I'm not a fan of the acting, but the situations that they speak about are absolutely amazing, and how they touch upon them, and the way it's a comedy show, the way they touch upon them is cool. Although the acting is a little, Loretta Devine and her squeaky ass yelling voice, it just is a little irritating. But the way they bring up the topics, the subjects and shit, are pretty cool. And just the other fucking week, well, probably like 3 weeks ago, because I was behind and it was on my DVR, but I watched it a couple days ago, they just talked about some similar shit about what is rape. If two people are drunk and they both are into it while they're drunk, is that rape? If the girl in the morning says, "Oh, I was too drunk to give consent," and what exactly is consent? If both of us are drunk as a motherfucker and we do what we do, happy and whatnot, but in the morning you regret doing it, is that rape? So the Carmichael Show, I think the first episode of the third season actually touches upon that. And it's crazy because this is exactly what it is. If we both in the moment and at the time, but then you regret what the fuck you did in the morning, does that mean it's rape? This is going to be ongoing, and I really want to see what happens on this because I really don't like the character of that girl. But that doesn't mean she is not the victim. So I might as well throw that out there. And is similar to the situation with the Cosby shit. There was 55 chicks. I don't believe all of those were misconduct, rape type situations. Some of them maybe, but I don't know. But just because you regret what had happened doesn't mean it's rape. And that's just me, not trying to victim blame. And I wanted to end the show in a different way than I usually do. Me and the wifey both got excited when we saw something on television a couple weeks ago and was like, damn it, we got to try that shit. It's the Caramel M&Ms. Caramel M&Ms. So I have not tried them yet, and I would love to try them for the first time with you. Let's see. So this is the new Caramel M&Ms. I like M&Ms. Regular M&Ms, cool. Peanut M&Ms, you know, every once in a while. The peanut butter M&Ms are fucking money. So fucking money. So fucking money. I don't know what. Oh, see, and these are the same size as the peanut. Well, yeah, about the same size as the peanut M&Ms. Not the peanut M&Ms, but the peanut butter M&Ms. So I think the peanut butter M&Ms has enough inside goodness to, like, you know, make you happy. So this is the caramel M&Ms. Here we go. They alright. I'm trying to figure out where the caramel. It's like the Rolo caramel. If you have Rolos, the caramel that's inside there. That's what it kind of tastes like. It's alright. I still put the peanut butter M&Ms above this. I would say peanut butter, plain, caramel, and then peanut. I haven't tried the crispy, and that doesn't pretty much interest me. I saw there was like a strawberry nut or some shit like that. There's mint. I haven't tried some of that shit. The cocoa or coffee or some shit like that. Haven't tried that. But I want to try these caramel ones. That's alright. But anyways, that's my review of the caramel M&Ms. And oh fuck, we're gonna go a little bit. Well, I'm gonna edit this down, so it's gonna be around an hour anyway. To end the show with bullshit, I began talking about the empowerment that Wonder Woman had and how it affects, you know, the younger generation, little girls watching, be all empowered and stuff. Put a positive image of women out there who's out there being strong and helping others. And then there's bullshit like Amber Rose. And yes, this is censored. This is censored. That's, although there's pubic hair behind that is fuzziness. That's fuzziness. That is a censored photo. Once again, that is a censored photo. But yes, there's pubic hair behind that, and it's censored. Damn it. So I ain't putting porn out there. But she put that out there on Instagram to promote her slut walk the third annual Slut Walk, which is supposed to promote the strength of women and empower women from the word slut. You're supposed to take over the word slut just like black people took over the word nigga. And you're supposed to embrace it and don't let nobody call you a slut. And, you know, that shouldn't mean you can do whatever you want with your bodies. So she put it out there uncensored, and it got kicked off at Instagram because it's fucking nudity and you ain't supposed to do that shit. But it's just fucking stupid. And then once she got kicked off, she told people, hey, I got kicked off, but how about you go out there and recreate this photo? It's called the Amber Rose Challenge. And guess what? Dumb motherfuckers did. And it goes like this. Here's this lady. That's her little Amber Rose Challenge shit. Here's this dude. He throws a little kitty over his little area there on some raggedy ass stairs. Here's another dude. Oh, that's just fucking nasty. That's just fucking nasty. Dude fucking, you know, with his girl's weave or something on his crotch area. There's this chick that's fucking ridiculous. I don't know why these people are so stupid. But she has Hello Kitty. There you go, baby. She got a Hello Kitty tattoo. How does that look? Horrible. That's how it looks. There's a side-by-side of some dude with a wig in between his area trying to look like Amber Rose. And then here's this chick. She got the bald hair. And you can see she got actual clothes on behind it. But she got another wig between her legs. Some people are just fucking stupid. One, Amber Rose. Why you gotta be on fucking social media naked trying to say, hey, I ain't a slut? That makes no goddamn sense. You know, you're trying to empower women by being naked, looking like a dumbass, and telling girls, hey, be good, you know, be fine with your bodies. That's just, you're going backwards. You're going backwards. You're being stupid. You're going backwards. And then these people who are just stupid followers, is this what the fucking world coming to? Shooters and fucking followers and shit like this? Man, I'm done. It's been a mad week. World, let's not let it happen again. And last week, I let the smooth sounds of the Lucid Experience take us out with some dancing, and I'm going to do the same this time too. I remembered this video from a while ago on Facebook or something, and it just made me smile. So I want to leave you guys with the same. So here's the outro. Watch after the words. This is George I. Courtright. It's been a mad motherfucking week. Let's try not to have another. And I'm out.
I wanna show you places we could see. No stress, no responsibilities. Smooth melodies and good company. Good weather, forever 85 degrees. Get classy, I wanna see a dress, no jeans. Good food, yeah, I wanna treat you properly. Find a property with privacy. And honestly, I hope you just vibe with me. Damn, I think I hit the lottery. Yeah, I'm hoping you'll be open, so honesty. I'm sick of all these exes, yeah, they lie to me. So I think I met a lady, damn, finally. Let's find mountains, by beauty we surrounded. Throw nickels at a fountain, go shopping, no stopping. You're worth it, throw diamonds, one kiss, oh shit. Those lips closed, eyelids, can't help it, I'm smiling.